Alrighty. Hello everyone and welcome to Monster Paws Gaming. I'm Misfit and you're watching another episode of Sidewinder Sunday. The game is, of course, Elite in the Akinar system at Dawes Hub. Just about to get set up to do some more stuff tonight. After playing around a little bit more, I wasn't able to get myself a Thargoid encounter somehow. And so I figured I'd just head back to the main bubble for now.
Is granted. Please proceed to Bay 07.
Probably going to end up doing some more bounty hunting, or maybe something a little different this time. Pop any suggestions in chat, and we can see what we can do about that. Now, of course, as always, if you do like the videos that we're putting out, be sure to leave a like. Comments are always welcome, and subscriptions are even more welcome. So I'm just going to crash my ship a little bit while I try and land it. There we go.
Landing safely completed. You may alight when ready. The services of this Imperial facility are at your disposal, Commander.
Now, it has actually been a couple of days since I played this game last. I've been playing more of Final Fantasy 15 lately, because there was a sale going on for it for Plus members. It was pretty good. As far as I know, the current sale they got going on is going until November 7th. So if, like me, you're on PS4, give it a check. So let's take a look here, because we got to bring another ship around. Now, since we didn't really use it last time for what we intended with the hunting of Thargoids, we're going to bring the Prometheus, our Imperial Clipper, back here, which is, of course, going to take some time. So that's part of why, just like last stream, we're going to mix it up a little bit. Especially since we didn't really find much of anything in the last hour and a half of the stream. It was a little bit dull, so we're going to see if we can make something a little more exciting. Now, for those that are new to Elite Dangerous or not in general familiar with it, there's the three main factions: the Federals, the Empire, and the Alliance. The Federals is basically Earth and everything around it. Basically kind of the, well, almost like a future super capitalistic version of the US in a lot of ways. Then we've got the Empire, which is very much like any of the old imperial states, or, well, rather countries. Back in the day, monarchs, high society, all that fun crap. And the Alliance is more like just literally a loose alliance of different factions that all work together, more or less. Akinar is the capital of the Imperial, well, the Empire in general. And since we made our trip back from the Maya system, we've got a little bit of data to sell, not too much, so we're going to drop off a little bit of that. Ah, good, we got some extra rep. That'll help us find a couple of missions. So let's take a look around at the missions. Looks like there's not too much going on here at the moment. A lot of boom data delivery, a lot of donation missions here and there. Fortunately, it looks like a bunch of them are all going to the Liabi system. So we'll check a couple of these and see if they're going to the same place. The more missions you can get going to one place, the better, well, not necessarily better, but the more efficient it will be. Liolka Beacon. Okay, looks like those are going to the same one. Fortunately, all these missions going to the same place are coming from Imperial factions, so that'll work out pretty good for us too, because we'll get more Imperial rep, as we also increase the rep with these local factions. And that in turn will give us more missions with better rewards. Let's see, there's a community goal going on right now. Let's see if there's anything interesting there. And it looks like we got someone watching the stream right now. Hello! Looks like combat bonds. That may be something to do. And that's going on for another 3 days. Well, maybe we'll sign up. See about checking that one out. The irony, of course, being is that we just came from the Pleiades system, so... Turn in these intel packages. No extra data. Matter of fact, the power play thing might be something to do in an update. Well, either this stream or the next one. Basically, for Empress Deval, one of the things that you can do, like many of them, is hunt down opposing faction pilots, and you can get some credits for that, as opposed to doing the very, very boring and tedious delivery missions. Let's have a look here. See if there's any interesting news articles. Well, looks like not too much at the moment. So I'm going to check and see what the power play objectives are this week as far as expansion, control, fortification, all this other stuff. Because maybe that alone will give us something to do. Well, it actually does look like we have a few good targets for doing fortification. Specifically this one here, though it's quite a few light years away. As usual, a lot of the further out systems tend to have less fortification going on. Though this one here, Dvorsy, might not be a bad idea. Okay. So we'll go to the Dvorsy system after we deliver our data. So back into here real quick, see if there's any new missions. Looks like we got another mission there. I'd like to take this opportunity here to give a shout out to someone who's doing the exact same thing on their channel. So I want to shout out C. Christian. That's Christian spelt with number ones. So thank you for that, and we just did our part here. But I highly encourage anyone who's watching right now, after the stream is over, go give him a look. That again is Sieg Christian, and we'll be doing another one of those later in the stream. I'd also like to take this opportunity to mention our Patreon contributor, Sandman Cometh. Now, we've said his name in stream before, but he is preferred to go as Sandman, so Mr. Sandman, thank you. For anyone interested in supporting this channel through Patreon, we do have a link on our front page up in the banner. And as always, I'm going to try and put our Patreon links in our video descriptions from now on, or at least in our stream tags. That way it's a little bit easier for you if you're interested in anything like that. As always, all profits go to making this channel better, better equipment, better games, all sorts of stuff like that. So we've got a few missions here. Let's go deliver those real quick.
Uncoupling sequence complete. Depart when ready.
In hindsight, though, now that I think about it, it probably would have been better to get those fortification supplies before we left. So we're just going to turn back around.
Permission denied.
Mission denied my ass. Let's try this one more time.
Your docking request has been approved. We have
Thank you.
on pad 3-5. Your approach is good, Commander. Do not adjust course. Docking complete. Commencing offload. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau welcomes you to this facility, Commander.
The Empire welcomes visitors to our facilities. We are confident that guests will be more than satisfied.
Alright, so for this we've got to go into the power contact. Oh yeah, that's right. The actual home system for the Lavani Duval power play is actually not Akinar, the capital, which makes some sense considering you have to have a certain level of Imperial rep to even be able to come here.
Your ship is released. Please observe speed restrictions upon exiting.
She is actually in the system that's been kind of my home away from places that aren't my home for a while now, in Kamad Henu. So we'll probably end up heading back that way.
Please give way to heavy traffic ahead, Commander. You are all clear to follow your predetermined flight path. Have a good trip, Commander.
The best part of these data missions is they're pretty decent for your Imperial rep, obviously, but they come with the added advantage that if you don't have a ship with particularly decent frameshift drive to where you're very limited in your jump range, delivering cargo actually cuts that down by quite a lot, depending on how much cargo you can carry. Data delivery has no cargo involved, except for possibly some rewards, so you don't really even need to carry cargo. So we're just going to make our way over here. So we'll just request docking here.
Approval granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 4-5.
Yeah, I'll just crash into the station a little bit. Just to make things interesting. Let's try that one more time.
Your approach vector is good, Commander.
And here's our landing pad over here. And now we just turn in some missions. Now it sounds like we've got a few messages coming in here. Well, mostly it looks like some rep increases and some offer for some secondary missions. Excuse me. And as you can see there, we got some cargo as rewards. So, in general, if you're going to be doing missions, it's always good to have a cargo bay. Even if it's just, like 16 slots, it'll do. So we'll just sell these for a small pittance of extra cash. All right. As a matter of fact, I have a different idea of what we can do. So we're just going to drop out of the main game here real quick. And we're going to move into open play and see if we can find someone for multi-crew. Maybe we can join up with someone doing something kind of fun. So I guess we'll call this one here Multi-Crew Roulette. Yes, hello, Sig. I just saw your comments down in chat. It was actually one of our friends, Rain, I believe it was, who told us about it. She's also a member of this channel. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I have yet to check out anything on your channel quite yet. That's one thing that whenever I personally, on my personal channel, when I subscribe to someone, I always make sure to check out their content and take a look at it, because, well, in general, I don't just sub for the fun of it. I usually do because I like what someone's done. And in this case, I especially trust the recommendation of Rain. Or Neo. See if anyone's doing any of these other ones here. Maybe we'll find something in the Xeno hunting. Nope, guess not. Bounty hunting? Anybody? No? Well, that's a bit of the wrap on the multi-crew. No one's doing much of anything. Excellent. Well, it looks like in this case we might end up cutting this stream short at only about an hour, but since we'll be finishing up with Elite earlier, I'm going to be moving on to a different game about 15 minutes after that. Which one? I'm not too sure yet. I'll probably just flip a coin, ignore the results, and play something. So let's see what's on the mission board here one last time. And if it's nothing too interesting, we'll probably just hop on over to Combat Henu and just find something else in general. Probably just blow up a few people. That could always be fun. Yeah. This series I do every Sunday. And after this one's done in about a half hour, I'm going to be moving on to a different game. Usually I just keep it to this one, but since it looks like not much is going to pan out to make this more interesting than just flying around for almost 3 hours like the last one, be moving on to a different game. One that hasn't been played on the channel yet. Okay, well, I hope to see you there. It'll be starting at, well, I'm in Central Time, so it'll be 8 p.m. for me. But roughly 50 minutes total, because this stream will be ending in about a half hour. And then that'll just give me some time for setup and starting a new stream. Okay, only a couple jumps to get to Kamadenu. Alrighty, see you later, Sig. Thanks for coming. Phrasing.
Landing coupler disengaged. Please exit the station safely and promptly.
Now, normally in stream, this is where I'd be starting to cover news and stuff that's happened in Elite Dangerous lately, but since I haven't played it quite as much this week as I normally would, I'm a little bit behind. I didn't even know about the new community goal. So, to my knowledge, there hasn't been any major new announcements from Frontier about any of the upcoming Beyond content. But that's something I'm going to have to look into again, and hopefully we'll have some more info on that for you next stream. Okay, now we're back in Kamadhenu. Some more familiar space around here. I say as I check the system map. And of course, my ship will be out here at Shajin Market. So, I'll just track on over there. Hopefully soon, one of these days, we'll start being able to land on these planets, more than just airless moons. That'd be pretty cool. Mostly I'm still waiting to see what's going to happen in the Beyond series of updates, where they're supposed to be revisiting the planetary design, the terrain generators, and all the stuff that basically makes the planets in this game look unique, to try and make some of them a lot more interesting and diverse, and eventually add some new stuff out in space to find different kinds of things that we haven't seen yet. And that's something that'll be pretty cool when it finally happens. I'll just kiss the station a little bit just for fun. And this time we'll remember to request docking.
Approval granted. Set down on landing pad 35. Caution. Extend landing gear. Landing complete. You may alight when ready. The Imperial Flight Operations Bureau wishes you a pleasant and productive visit, Commander.
Now let's see about swapping our ship.
Pilots are warmly thanked in advance, keeping the docking bay clear of obstructions.
So we're going back to our FDL for now. See if maybe we can blow up a couple ships before we leave. Now, since Calnero's been good to us last time, we'll head out there. Because there we found plenty of combat zones and extraction points.
Landing restraints restricted. You are reminded to observe safe speeds when traversing the docking bay.
There we go, zipping past the Type 7. And as you may be able to see up top, we have the FDL's name changed in honor of our favorite bat, Kashai. AKA... that was weird. Anyway, AKA Elric. See what we can find around here. Might just take this one out. See what some of these guys coming up behind us have going on. Well, this is almost overkill, but I want to see something blow up. I want flames. Anyone who knows where that's from gets a llama. Now, hopefully we can catch up with this dude before he drops out of Super Cruise. And it looks like he's starting to slow down, so we'll just keep going until we're in range to interdict. Because it looks like it's headed towards these resource extraction zones. Just gotta stay on him. Got him. I've popped it. Looks like you didn't drop too much. And it looks like you threw out some cargo here. Unfortunately, it's not something we can take. So let's just low wake out of here and find another target. A winder and a keelback. Yeah, we can take them. Sorry about that. Well, it looks like they'll be a little bit too far away for me to catch up with. Ah, what the hell? Might as well try and catch up with some of these. Well, on that note, it looks like we don't have much going on here. So we'll head on out. Once again, I would like to shout out the YouTube channel Sieg Christiansen because, well, Sieg Christian, I mean, because, yeah, as part of an agreement that we'd had. And I'd also like to take this moment to once again mention our Patreon contributor, Sandman Cometh. Thank you again, Sandman. And anyone else who's interested in contributing to the channel and helping out via Patreon or anything else, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And if you got time, check out the front page because we have our Patreon link up in the banner, and I'm going to try and put those in the video descriptions from now on, as I keep saying. But soon we'll be resuming our stream with a different game tonight, as it looks like there's not too much going to be going on in Elite right now. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.